MMA scratches why most shows tap out then cry. We the ones like them now at the end of the bout with our hands to the.
Demico had a great fight last night, man. Let's talk about it. You're at Rumble on the Ridge, Snoqualmie Casino here in just outside of Seattle. It was your first fight back in a couple of months. You went back out to the Grudge train. Tell us about last night before you went to the ring, and when you got in there, you were amped. You were amped up.
Man, it was good, man. I had some nerves last night. I haven't been that nervous in a while, but it felt good to have that feeling again, man. I just had to get out there and get that W, so I just had to do whatever it took. It felt really good, man. I felt pretty comfortable in there. Wanted to, let my hands go a little bit more, but I'm not too worried about it right now, man. I just had to take him down, pound him out, get that W.
Yeah, some pretty vicious ground and pound. You'd be proud there, Gerald. He took it to him.
I bet. Yeah, I like that. Man, those dudes train hard up there, man. Not just hard, they train smart. That's what I like about Grudge and Greg Jackson. It's not all about just out there and killing yourself in the gym. They're real smart, man. So that's why they have so much success.
So, Demico, how's your game evolved going up there to Grudge? Like, what has changed about your game from the time in The Ultimate Fighter to the time you've been in Colorado?
Man, just trying to, go from being an athlete to being a mixed martial artist, man. Training with that great camp and all those good guys, man. You have to evolve, or else you'll get left behind. So, I really feel like my game's coming around. You got to definitely. I'm still trying to bring it to the cage, but in training every day, like Gerald said, man, we train really hard. We train really smart out there. We're not beating up our bodies. Trevor Whitman out there is doing real great things with those guys. So the fact that I'm able to go out there and train with those guys, man, it's a real blessing. It feels great.
Now, Gerald, when you said you were out there same time Demico was out there? Did you train together, or did you just saw him at a fight?
Just a little bit. I had a slight eye injury, so I wasn't able to spar and get around like most of the guys. So I did a lot of cardio. But it's just amazing to be out there, like you said, with the talent in the room. But a lot of people get confused, man. I wanted to bring this up on the show. People always bragging about who they train with and what camp they're with, but honestly, it's almost like going to a library and not reading any books if you go to the gym and don't utilize what you have. You know what I mean? Because I heard these on TV and they're like, yeah, he trains with so-and-so and so-and-so.
Yeah. I guess the question then, Demico, on the other hand, you come out of a world popular and world famous camp with, the cream of the crop. I mean, Shane Carwin, interim heavyweight champ, is out there, among other people. And then you come to the show, and you have really everything to lose in a lot of ways, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. Well, I felt that in my last fight, man. I just came out flat. The problem with training at those really good world-class camps, man, is you think that no one's going to, when you get in the cage, there's no one that's going to bring it like those guys bring it in the gym. So it's easy to forget, everything you work for. But you got to realize, man, the fact that you train at those big camps, man, it puts an even bigger target on your head. So you got to come with it even more, man. And I think the guys at Grudge, we kind of went through a little losing streak where a lot of guys were kind of forgetting that. We realized that, man, we come from an elite group, and you kind of forget that sometimes. If these guys, they're coming for your head, so you got to fight even harder sometimes. And we're really starting to realize that, and I showed it last night, man. It felt really, really good.
So what's your schedule looking like, man? When do you want to take your next fight?
I'm trying to get out for Rumble on the Ridge 11, man. July 10th, I believe it is. I got some little injuries, man. I hit the mat pretty hard, so my hands will be my ribs and trying to heal up. But hopefully it'll be July 10th out of Snoqualmie again. I'm trying to get some fights under my belt in my hometown, man, and just get my experience there. It's a great venue to fight at, man, and I can get a lot of fans out there. So get decent little paydays, man, and once I get comfortable, then I'll try to take my show on the road.
Now, he had the largest applause of anyone that night, and I watched all, 10 of those fights, Gerald, and it was loud in there. No.
Did he fight a dude from y'all state or what?
Where was that guy from?
He was from Oregon.
Yeah. So
wow, that's tough. That's a good accomplishment, because you can get that much noise raised for you from out of state. That's pretty cool.
Oh, no. Demico's local. but the guy that he fought was from out of state. So yeah. Demico, someone in the chat room is asking, do you still train at Ring Sports?
Yeah, I do, man. When I'm at home, I train at Ring Sports. I do a lot of teaching there and stuff, too. I teach basic MMA. I do some personal training out of there. But when I get a fight scheduled, I hit the road and head out to Colorado.
Now,
Gerald all similar to what I do.
Gerald took a similar road to what Demico's trying to do to get back. I would assume the ultimate plan is to try to get back to the UFC. Gerald was on the Ultimate Fighter, didn't make it into the big show until after taking in what he called the bum fight circuit. Not to say that Rumble on the Ridge is the bum fight circuit, because I wouldn't say that that's the case at all. But he went to the smaller shows, did the grind, and then made his way back to the UFC. Looking at that, Demico's kind of doing the same thing, man. What kind of things can do you have any advice or anything you could say that this is what how it worked for me or anything?
Yeah, I mean the obvious thing is gaining experience. You're gonna run into a little bit of everything while you're doing the other shows, and all I can tell you, man, is just take it all in, because you're going to be prepared for everything when you get to the big show. No matter what comes your way, no matter what adversity you face, just roll with it and get the job done. See, a lot of guys, they jump right into the big show, and it's kind of like they had this golden path cleared out for them, They've never had any trouble. So when they get to the big show and their wife's getting on their nerves or somebody gets sick in their family, they don't know how to handle it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And Demico could tell you better than anybody, this kind of stuff, the low paydays, the smaller shows, they toughen you up. You get thick skin. So when you get to the big show and they call you 3 days before the fight and tell your opponent changed, you're like, whatever. It doesn't matter, It doesn't matter, because you've been on the small shows, man. You've been through a little bit of everything. So take it all in and learn from it.
Yep. I'm just trying to take it one fight at a time, man. That being on Ultimate Fighter was a blessing, but I'm glad to take this back a bit and get that experience, because I didn't have enough experience going into the show. So, I'm getting it right now, and I'm trying to take it all in, man, and being down in Colorado and working with these guys and, talking to guys like Nate that have 30-plus pro fights, man, and just knowing about being on the grind, it's good, man. Once I get to the big show, I want to definitely make sure I'm ready for it.